Hi, my name is Ed Marksberry, and I'm a veteran, honorable discharged veteran of the U.S. Air Force. I've served back in the early 80s of the President Reagan's years and had a little involvement with the grenade invasion, my unit that is. But I was hoping to do this to help out others that seeking either treatment or access to the VA clinic, and to talk a little bit about my experiences. Basically, I have been to VA clinics in the past and found their services to be very satisfying. And in fact, just a few years ago, I had to have surgery, and because of a pre-existing condition, I was not able to have access to health care insurance. And if it wasn't for my VA benefits, I don't know what I would have been able to do if I would have had to go to the hospital and try to figure out some kind of payment, and I'm sure a very expensive bill at the least for that. So I'm very grateful to have my VA benefits and to have that surgery done. And I have no qualms at all about the care I was given. In fact, I find the VA hospital nurses to take no prisoners. They tough cookies out there, but I had an overall good experience. But I have been to VA hospitals before where others, whether it be they have shell shock or other issues and whatnot, and I understand their frustration of access and care, and also sometimes you just feel like we're kind of second-class citizens when it comes to maybe the rollout of information to also access what benefits you do have. And I think that there's a lot of improvements we could do on that. And I have been to a VA hospital where they were actually taking blood tests, and there was an elderly gentleman who had no reason at all to be there by himself. He was unshaven, and I could tell no one was there to chaperone him around. And when we got done, they asked him to go to another floor for the next lab or whatever it was, but they did not offer to walk him, and I asked him if I could do that for him, because I could tell the guy was a little bit out of his wits about where he was and whatnot. So, there's always room for improvement, but I think the improvement lies at the foot of Congress, and making sure that if they have these mandates like we've had here in the last year or so to increase the time frame as far as veterans asking to seek help and whatnot, that was an unfunded mandate. And I think that with the experiences I've seen out there, that we could definitely do a lot better to fund the VA. And other ideals too, I think, like in my case, I live 2 hours from either VA hospital, and at one time I had a blood clot in my leg, and it swelled up very large, and they let me know when I called the local clinic that if I went to the local hospital that they probably couldn't foot the bill, but if I wanted to drive 2 hours to the nearest VA hospital, they would of course accept me. And see, that's where a lot of times people like myself will take the chance and maybe not get the care that they need because of the expense. And I think that the VA could do a much better job of working with the local hospitals, especially under emergencies, and making sure that the care is given there. There should be a streamlined process for that. And everything turned out fine for me. I did have some concerns, but luckily, after about a week, the swelling did go down. But that's just a small case, and I'm sure there's others that feel the same way that I do, that they prefer to use their VA hospital, and that way they're not assessed the expensive charges that you'll find at your local emergency rooms. But also, I hope that this video helps out other veterans that may have had issues or seeking advice on how they can find out what their benefits are. They do have a great website, but there again, most of us my age and older are not of the computer generation, so more hands-on approach and reaching out to them. And the DAV has been wonderful working with me. I lost some hearing when I was in the Air Force, and the VA provides my hearing aids for me, and they still haven't given me any disability for it, but that's a whole nother story. And but I guess to sum it all up, what I would like to see more is, I guess General George Washington said it best: a country is judged by how it treats its veterans. And there's nothing more I can add to that. So thank you for listening to me, and happy Veterans Day to all the veterans out there. And I hope this does help others understand some of the issues that we do have. Thank you.